Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we are with AI the Somnium Files. We finished Mizuki's route and experienced that also wholesome Somnium, just with Tate and Mizuki just bonding. Oh, that was so adorable. Even though I didn't have much to say through it, because I kept bumbling and being a complete idiot through the entire thing, so sorry about that. But, even though, like, it seems like in that timeline, the police seemed completely, utterly convinced that So was the culprit behind everything. But just from, like, what we've seen in the other timelines, I don't know if that's really the case. Because up ahead, like, I still believe that So did, like, was a part of it, but he was only the person involved in the polar bear, incident. It has nothing to do with, the other two murders. The police are, like, doing this as a weird scapegoat for the time being. But, I mean, So's, like, blackmailing the entire police headquarters, That's the whole reason why this whole Mizuki getting tied up and locked in the speaker makes sense. Why the police don't even want to go after them. My initial thought is that So is it's blackmailing because the old Cyclops killing, he has proof that, the police framed someone else, and I'm namely thinking of number 89 being the framed culprit. Just from his general demeanor, and almost like what we've seen and talked to him about, doesn't actually seem like him. The whole psychological profile the police put on him does not really match with, like, their relationship with, Hitomi and Iris. Unless he's mega faking it for, like, years, which I doubt. I sincerely doubt. And we have to go down the other route in the Somnium, in the saving Iris, where we influence Oda's memory. Start sync of day 4, Monday. So I'm assuming, like, if, like, the choices would go into red or the green shelf. Oh yeah, the Lost Little Kitten box. So I wonder how it's going to change which shelf we go to, exactly.
Can you please take me with you?
Not in your life, Missy, unless you can pay for rent.
As long as I have Wi-Fi, I don't need anything else.
Not even food or water?
Sorry, we can't have pets.
It's a no pet only free zone in this apartment building.
Cold-hearted old man.
I don't make the rules! Here we are at the stage play, where we get to act out as the hero again.
Warehouse?
Seems to be.
Not a manga cafe? Or an otaku shop?
No, but a warehouse is a commonly used location in live-action dramas.
Yeah.
You know a lot.
Know a lot.
Predicting this, I did some research on Ota's taste.
Ota's taste.
See. Either way, are you smaller?
Either that, or everything else is bigger.
Now we need to attack
Interesting.
the Godzilla-sized polar bears. Or technically, I was gonna say it's technically like a giant Sosajima in a giant polar bear costume for some reason, but if my prediction is right, then it could also be Mayumi because of the knives and the chocolates we found in real life.
Hey, that's...
The blade is activated.
Iris is about to be...
Pulverized.
Stop right there!
I'll save you!
Heaven's call.
The earth cries out, the crowds roar, all calling on me to strike back against evil! Gosh dang it.
Hold on, Tessa!
I love it.
I will save you!
Ugh!
Yeah!
Backflip! No, front flip. Yeah! We did it, gang!
Protect Tessa!
Yeah!
Is this from the stream we saw earlier?
Yes, don't question it.
This is Ota's memory of it.
Yeah, so,
It appears to be...
Alright.
a bit exaggerated. The first thing is the ice, which apparently we have to lay down into the ice and melt itself.
Somnium scan. Activate.
I feel like it's the most silliest first obstacle ever, though. I could skip through this, but I want to get a mental note of actually everything's going on again. Mental lock 1, 2, Iris. We can get, like, extra, like, stuff when we talk to Iris, so maybe I'll go to that first to get, like, timies and then go to the ice. Mental lock 4. champion of champions. Relive Ota's memories. Reproduce the fiery battle between Ota and the polar bear. Save Iris. Save the world.
Curse you, polar bear! I will vanquish you!
With the power of my fists!
If I rush in, I'll slip on the ice and fall!
That'll be a dashly fate indeed!
Like this.
Like this. I can't make a fool of myself in front of Tessa. I need to be the hero and save her.
Damn it!
No.
If I go on like that, I'll have nothing to show for it. All of it amounts to nothing. What will I do?
How can we solve this? We can't run around it.
I don't know what that was exactly, but the knowledge you gained might be useful.
I love the deadpan.
I did not want to use my local storage space for this.
Well, you managed to keep up so much storage space for Dante's antics, so why not this? Charge forward. Secure the route. Let's get some extra timies from Iris, then we'll continue and speed along to the green shelf.
Iris is on the...
Ears, throw ice at her. Yeah, I'll speed through this.
Iris is...
10 seconds, throw ice at her. Ice cold one! God damn it.
Iris is on...
And we got some timies, so wake her. There we go. Now let's rush to the icy floor and melt the hearts away.
The ice on the...
Punch, jump, slide, lie down. Okay, so get this down to 1 second. Lie down. Now the ice is melted. Now we can put that polar bear. Ah! And this is where the first choice comes in. Oh, now the polar bear's getting up. The arch enemy. Fearsome stare down. Ugh! I won't lose to this!
Damn! He's too strong! It sucks. But this is war after all!
You may have won the battle, but I've won the war! Ah!
Tessa! May the glory of victory be yours!
I honestly don't understand that line.
I suppose we have no choice but to find the glory of victory.
I don't understand that segue to this, though. Shining light, escort him to the green shelf! How so? Polar bear? Okay, so we look at the plates. Hopefully I don't fail this like I failed at all the other, the last two Somniums.
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over it.
Breathe on, punch, wipe off. Maybe that's the longest one, so we'll get it down to 1 second. Breathe on it. Do you even have breath?
But then, something strange happened.
What's happening?
Oh my gosh, the ice is melting from your breath.
Oh, that's bright.
Oh my gosh, no, it's Tessa. She's telling me to go this way from when she's in coma. Yep.
What is this?
The polar bear's approaching. We need to stop. We need to stop him at all costs. No. Yep, the fluoro knife. No!
We're out of options! Tessa!
You told me to go this way. Scuttle, 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 scuttle. Just knock your
This
face
was
over that.
another. I would have died already. Next time, he will get me. That's just destiny.
Oh boy. Here we are. Show the letter A in the shelf.
No! I will fight destiny and win!
Destiny is destiny.
So he says.
So he says, and shall be.
I'm the one who has to help him.
Shush you.
We have to make Hero of Justice Ota fight back and look cool doing it.
So we have to use a forklift with the crate pillar. Let's go. We still can't get that thing. It makes me sad inside.
A plate attached. The cold has frosted.
No, we don't need to do that. Wooden box.
Agent Dante, you've got 5 minutes.
Yes, we know. Oh, Putor.
A fork.
Forklifts. Sortal. What is that first word up there? Sortil? Sortie? What? Push, pray. Let's... I have no idea what sortie is, but let's try doing that.
What? Sortie?
This is Ota's world, right? Your role in this dream is to assist Ota in his fight against the polar bear.
Lousy Ota. Thanks to him, my image as a cool intellectual has been destroyed.
No, you've always been a sassy doohickey. Oh, is that the actual right way to go?
All
Sortie?
systems green. Synchronization rate 6%.
6%, that's terrible.
Now, cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie!
Okay, you are psychic. Vroom.
Hey, forklift! Fork over that weapon now!
What? Counterattack. Start up the forklift. I don't think starting at the forklift just randomly started activating itself right here.
I can't stand. I'm weak.
Are you gonna try to lift the crate up?
Did he really help Iris like that?
We have no choice but to have Ota do it. We need him to stand up.
Come on! That episode. Brave hero, come on! Disarm your foe! Let's go! Come on, oh, you gotta
Ota
get
is
it up.
still down.
Motivate, encourage, cheer, calm. Come on, you can do it!
Don't be scared. Stand up. Don't beg for it, earn it. Do it and you'll be rewarded.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right. I can't be scared now. I have to stand up.
Goes over to the crate and lifts it up like a hero and
Now,
slams it
count
against
up your
it.
sins.
Count up your sins. Hold on a second. I need to count them up. Okay, there was that day. That one. That one. That one. Oh, yeah, definitely that day. This one. That one. I just counted off all my hands. Okay. Strong boy. Ah!
There. Why?
The knife. That's how you got stabbed. That he knows the knife. Oh boy. Is it going again with at the killer's blood after he knocked the polar bear with the crate mixing with his own blood still happening again? If it is, huh? I think definitely will go from this way down now. I guess now Mayumi will be the main suspect, the person in the polar bear. Although the psychology of it, wonder how will that work. Day 4, Monday, Jik AI.
Sorry that I had to get rough with you, kid.
Seriously, dude? Come on.
Oh, we're here now. Okay, this is mega different then.
So sorry, Ota. Date told me to be the bad cop.
I want to be the mildly okay cop.
I did not.
Did too.
Temper.
Whatever. Anyway, Ota, I have some things I want to ask you. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let me get right down to it. Your mother, Mayumi Matsushita, was at the warehouse, wasn't she?
What are you talking about?
Was she there?
Why would she be? That happened at 3 a.m. She was at home asleep.
Yeah, no.
Then why did we find evidence at the crime scene?
Evidence?
Sure, it might not prove she was there, but it makes it likely. The evidence is...
Be the knife or the chocolates? Floral pattern kitchen knife. Yeah, actually, like, what proves that Mayumi was at the scene? I guess this would show it off. Let's see, look.
Todoroki Man chocolate. This was discovered in the corner of the warehouse.
Yeah?
Mayumi Matsushita's fingerprints were found on the package.
Yeah.
Mayumi purchased the chocolate yesterday. The purchase was made at an 812. The store was located,
approximately
100 yards from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon.
Yeah. Where they stopped and where Iris got kidnapped, so we should actually show that. It was shown to the warehouse. took it out of my pocket and showed it to him.
The Hodoroki man chocolate.
The same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
That information is confirmed. Ota's fingerprints were not found on the package.
Mom isn't the killer!
She was there, at least.
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. And so were you.
Wait a minute. Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought.
And you saw Mayumi?
I could tell it wasn't my mom, even through the costume. And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
Why are you covering for her?
Covering?
That's why you're lying to me, right?
I'm not.
Are you sure about that? You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse, but you're hiding that from us. Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think I'm hiding?
Maybe the floral knife. Wants to hide the floral knife. Show it?
The kitchen knife, with a floral pattern. Mom, I love you always, is carved on the handle.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school.
Years
He
ago.
knows how much I love flowery designs.
And it makes sense why, like, in terms of, like, motivation-wise, like, in this part of it, like, why Mayumi wants to kill Iris.
You were stabbed by that very same knife.
Stabby stabby.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife. No one was supposed to see it.
Was supposed to.
I knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused, and then she would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her through that. And
And?
Mom never liked Tessa. So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa.
Hired.
And she gave them that kitchen knife. I don't know. I thought of it that way. Like that would ever happen. I know it sounds crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it. Please, you have to believe me. Mom isn't a serial killer.
Yeah, I agree.
You do?
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris, because...
Why couldn't Mayumi kidnap Iris?
Okiura Fishery is a... However, the management team changed and allegedly, Mizuki's grandfather was raised by dolphins.
Streaming equipment.
A video camera and either could have been left by the criminal, but determining no fingerprints were...
No fingerprints.
2 cars were parked in... One was the van owned by the Matsushita family. Ota's fingerprints were detected on the driver's seat and steering wheel. Iris's fingerprints were detected on the passenger seat.
Maybe they show the
The other
fingerprints.
car was a station wagon. Yesterday at 10:33 p.m., Ota stole this station wagon. It was parked at the Famisto along Koshu Highway. Ota explained his reasoning for stealing the car. He claims that while he was inside the Famisto, someone
Yeah.
took off with the van.
With Iris still inside.
Ota decided to steal the station. Ota searched.
Yeah.
Our investigation determined that Iris and the van were taken 1 minute before Ota stole the station wagon. This puts the incident occurring at 10:32 p.m.
So what was that? Like, there's no fingerprints in the car, but there's fingerprints in the chocolate. Is that it? I think so. This alone isn't enough. Need more evidence. Yeah. So the chocolate and the fingerprints in the car. It's
The
weird.
Matsushita's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famisto while Iris was in the car.
Interrogation and implicate Oda. Huh. Metro Freedom's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famisto while Iris was in the
That was
car.
yesterday, 10:32 p.m.
We were not gonna get a complete understanding of who kidnapped Iris unless she wakes up. So, oh boy.
1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate. She entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van. And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
Huh.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
But that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover. I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
There's no, like, there has to be a way. Also, boss, you should come with me so I don't get knocked out again.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone, right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
Still be a lead anyway. It's still weird that the killer has the knife from the diner. It's...
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita, but I have some questions I need to ask you. Could you spare some time?
I finally remembered about the warehouse. I did it. I did everything.
So someone else besides you kidnapped Iris, but then you were like, oh, I should go to the warehouse. What? How does that make sense? Police headquarters, Tuesday, 10:04 p.m. a.m. p.m. I like staying up late at night.
I didn't do this last night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
I'll be honest, I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true. I kidnapped that witch. I took her to the warehouse and...
Put her on the table and pulled her eyeball out?
Yes.
Wow.
And the polar bear costume?
I bought it through mail order.
And you were the one wearing it?
Must be... I thought the polar bear costume, top of my head, was like, you know, the weird mascot of the fishery. Like, you know, because fish, ice, polar bear. Makes sense, right?
Yes, that's right.
Date, the criminal has confessed. Arrest her immediately.
What the fuck?
You got to the top of Abyss acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
Oh boy. Were you the one who stabbed Oda? Why did you kidnap Iris? Why did you want to stream it online? Okay, I actually want to know about the streaming part.
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Jesus.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
How do you set it up?
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
I can't explain it in words. It's more like muscle memory.
Muscle memory.
I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
Where'd you get the camera and laptop then?
I picked them out of the garbage.
Which garbage?
I don't remember. It's true, I planned the whole thing.
So you planned the whole thing by climbing to a dumpster and fishing out equipment like that. So why'd you kidnap Iris?
My son is under that witch's spell. Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry. I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
Why'd you take out her eye then?
Because I just hated her so much. Killing her wasn't enough.
Okay. I don't believe that for a second.
Well,
I mean, if you hated her so much, I'm pretty sure you'd like to stab her instead of, like, calculating with a saw.
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed it.
yes, I stabbed him with the knife I brought from home. I wasn't trying to hurt him. He fought me, and then it just...
Okay,
What do you know about the Cyclops killer?
So why don't you tell us the MO?
We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out, same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person. So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
Huh. What was your motive?
Isn't Rinju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works?
That's one possible motive for
He's
that.
just as responsible. Using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate.
Degenerate male.
That man is the root of all evil.
666.
That's why I killed him.
So why do you kill Shoko then?
Rinju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
No. No, they're not.
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me.
Like I wasn't from the start?
I answered your questions, so there.
When and how did you kill her? Tell me
Well,
the exact time frame.
I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder. I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember. It changes.
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that in particular. There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind. This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Why are you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Rinju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
I am the killer. I am.
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota,
She may have seen the criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right? Date,
Huh.
sync with her.
Oh boy. So we're gonna see the killer's face just by her witnessing alone. Here we are.
Pewter, we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
Oh boy, since we're syncing with someone with such a memory, how's that gonna affect everything?
Well,
What happened?
the sync machine isn't operating to capacity.
What?
Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
Huh.
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
I'm glad this was brought up, like, you know, in Mizuki's route first, because I don't think I'll probably get this. So, like, you have to get along with them really well in order, like, their synchronization to really work. Like, some reminders and all that, maybe.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
Wow.
That's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner.
Investigate around their
We
house?
may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
I let Boss and Peter know. Alright.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs.
Alright.
I'll be back in 6 hours.
You said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Oh, God.
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
Neum. It's been a long time since we had a good old-fashioned Neum.
Why would Mayumi lie?
Maybe it's someone she knows, but we already know that her husband is dead. So maybe someone she cares about by this point.
She is probably protecting someone.
But
Yeah.
who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Like her husband? Takiro. Takiro Matsushita. He's deceased though. So what would it be then? Who's Mayumi coming for? Ota, Mizuki, Iris? Sajima? Well, let's go with that since he's like the killing the other timeline. Probably
Congressman
not.
Sajima has no connection to Mayumi. Or do
Yeah.
you know something I don't?
No, sorry. Just a guess.
No need to apologize. I know that the brilliant mind of Kaname Date wouldn't waste my time throwing out random guesses.
Don't worry, that's my mind
I
in a
am
nutshell.
sure I will agree with you once you explain your reasoning. In detail.
You don't have to bully me. I was just thinking out loud.
Ota, Mizuki. I don't even think it's Ota, but who's Mayumi covering for? Mizuki, Ota. Would she cover Ota again? Huh. He stabbed himself afterwards, or I doubt it.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
I've selected memory.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts.
About
What
what?
do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Impossible.
Why?
Because... Let's see, why can't Ota be the culprit? Initially saw him, Ota and the polar bear. Iris had her eye taken out. The van's still in the Femisto. That's that, too.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How's...
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
With her sleeves? That seems pretty dubious, no. Iris had her eye taken out. Ota and the polar bear.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
Wow. You are very going with this.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
Seems pretty unconscious. I don't understand
In
what you're
short,
trying to go with.
Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
I don't know
A
about that.
performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately.
Huh.
Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it.
Anesthetized. Sure, she had medical equipment on her and like she did it herself, but where'd the drugs go?
Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it.
With what?
After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
Yeah.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and...
Yeah.
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Why would you want to turn out, like, rip out your own eye, and why would you want to stab yourself in the stomach?
Yes, but this is only a theory.
I don't believe that theory for a second. Why would they do that? Injure themselves? Just for
Consider
public
the
or
possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
she want to make herself be a victim at all? By removing her own eye?
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself. It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory.
I don't believe
It
that,
is
though.
one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
There's a lot of different things like that don't really, very really weird, unbelievable parts to make it add up. Like, you know, the fingerprints of the steering wheel for one matter. And that.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer.
Well, what's our physical profile of the killer right now
Shoko
then?
and Renju were both exposed and displayed.
Yeah.
And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive. Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
We can't rule anything out.
Not this stage. New. Matsushita Diner, Tuesday, 11:15 p.m. AM PM. Welcome to FM radio. Nice milk crate.
Ota.
Oh, you're here.
Why are you?
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her. Why?
Oh boy. There's a phone in the front of Ota. You doing okay?
Okay? How could I be okay?
Well, I thought I'd just
I
ask.
got stabbed by a serial killer.
That too.
Easy, kid. You're gonna open up your stitches.
Are you worried about Mayumi?
Of course I am. That's my mom. What son wouldn't be worried about his mom?
What about Iris?
So worried that my stomach is in knots. The surgery was successful, but they told me she isn't out of the ICU yet.
She's still unconscious. Well, why are you back at the diner, though?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
Well, it's not like Mayumi's under arrest, but she has a confession.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying, so we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying. Mom didn't do it. She's innocent.
A lot of things are adding towards her, but the killer just took a knife from here based on your memory.
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way. Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that? I was fighting for my life against the criminal.
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
Wow. He sounds pretty genuine, though.
I'm telling you, I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently, she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
About her dementia.
Everything is my fault.
How
It's
so?
because of me that Mom is...
Your mom got a mental condition?
I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah, we're just barely outside of the restricted area, but because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day, and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night.
Oh boy.
Mom worked as a janitor. They were both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job.
Oh.
And they bought me a PC, and Idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Debt?
And there's a loan on the house and the diner.
Oh, God.
Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up. So they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me.
Karoshi?
Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay, even when I told her I was going to drop out.
Oh boy.
Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer? That's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You work so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever. I'll always support you, Ota.
You lied about the editor thing, right?
Yeah, how do you guess? It was really just a few texts back and forth. But I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words. To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
When did Mayumi's illness start?
Not long after I quit college.
Oh boy.
Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Oh.
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Oh boy.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
It's a heavy topic.
What's that picture?
The three of you. I want to turn the photo frame to me so I can see.
Looking at this photo reminds me. One time, when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it.
What did you say?
And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit, but I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time, but we make up for it in one very important way.
Emotion.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times.
Emotion and intuition. That's basically me in a nutshell.
Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse.
What would we find?
We might be
there?
missing something.
Understood.
I wonder what we're gonna find there. Another good once-over. I want to see the whole red shop over there before. I don't think I've noticed that. I don't really think I have. Welcome to the cold storage warehouse. Oh, we're not gonna look inside then.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
What is that? Police officer. He says he didn't have any new information. Is it with the van? Is it a car?
Who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities. Either Iris, or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
Wouldn't it be like CCTV footage for some traffic signs?
And
traffic
Mayumi?
stops?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m.
So, how did she get here by car?
At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
Why would she just go to a warehouse?
Aiba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
But the camera didn't caught anyone going into the other car.
Why are you stating the obvious?
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse, but that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene. If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
Of course. A different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Aiba connected to the in-system server and began a search. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
A taxi?
Where is that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
At Lemniscate? Why?
Unknown, but we should speak with the driver immediately.
Oh boy. It's a lead. The driver should say who we brought, or it's the driver itself. Or it's the receptionist lady. Oh my gosh, I knew it was the killer all along!
Hey,
Oh, hi.
got a minute?
Oh, hey.
Are you talking to moi?
What?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
What's with the large-scale glasses?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
Oh boy.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
Huh. Where are you from?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
Then why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
What are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Tameke Sano's studio.
I guess this is another celebrity.
I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby.
About Mayumi, do you know her? Farther Limits Gate, I got a picture of Mayumi from Abyss. They showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Ooh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
Wow.
Old hag.
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Reported?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi.
Oh boy. Well, I don't look at the news or newspaper, so I guess I'd be a terrible person if I saw something and I didn't see anything.
I recall it was around 10 in the evening, near the Kawasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag. And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that. In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van, so I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there, while waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move. The old hag suddenly spoke up. I have to buy something, she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate.
Just go to the warehouse, just like okay, open up, okay, this murder thing is happening, it's going really good. Like popcorn.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Ota was left behind at the Famisto.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Then she walked in, so the whole thing, like the memory selectedness make her think that, it was Ota involved. What's the rest of the story?
We then arrived at a splendid manor.
A
The
man?
van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued. But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kawasaki district.
Huh.
The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow, but I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout.
Oh boy. I sure like me some steaks.
About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends.
That's so mouthful.
The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return. The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
I have one more question.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Oh,
Yeah.
every taxi driver in the city knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman Sajima.
Wow.
Sajima. Why did the van go to So's house?
Wow. Everything goes to him.
We need to speak with him immediately.
So it's basically just someone broke into that van and then drove to his house, and he was the one who wanted to kill them off immediately like that?
Agreed. Let's move.
We'll kill Iris anyway. Ooh, this is interesting now. how this all transpire. Tsujima residence, Tuesday, 2:21 p.m. Hello. Hi,
There's
Mr.
no one
Island.
here.
Oh gosh, is he dead in the vase?
Indeed.
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
I do not
Huh.
detect them either.
Let's go inside.
Maybe a secretary is somewhere here? Let's look inside that vase then.
Hey, Aiba, do you smell something funny?
Is it blood?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
Oh, right.
Oh boy. I think it's inside this biggie
There's
vase.
something strange about this vase.
Yeah, it's blue and white.
Ugh.
There's a seal
What
on
is
it.
it?
This is definitely where the smell is coming from.
Is there something inside?
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
Oh boy, we're gonna use X-ray and see all the different body parts chopped up.
The lid is fixed with a bolt. It will not open easily.
Bolts with a plural F.
Yeah.
Then, as is standard procedure,
Let's use some X-ray. Jesus Christ, that's actually so disturbing to think about and look at. Jesus.
What the?
Date, destroy the vase!
Got it.
Oh boy. Oh god. And Boss was the one who killed him. With at least a shotgun to the head.
Sojima?
Not shotgun, but a gunshot to the head. How does this all... Oh, Jesus Christ, that's actually... Oh, God.
That is the head of So Sejima.
Left eye is hollowed out.
This is most likely a crime committed by the new Cyclops killer.
Doesn't he have many bodyguards too, though? Oh, this is Boss, then... Maybe the black...
Do you have an
now.
estimated time of death?
Today, sometime between 11 a.m. and noon.
Huh.
That's about when I was talking to Ota at Matsushita Diner.
And Iris is at the
At
warehouse.
that time,
the hospital.
Mayumi was in police custody and Iris was in the ICU of Central Hospital. They
Yeah.
had not moved.
That means Ota, Mayumi, and Iris couldn't possibly have committed the crime.
I already figured they wouldn't be the killer from the get-go. Well, I briefly considered Mayumi, but now...
Assuming that this is the work of a single killer, those three can be eliminated from the list of suspects.
Ota, Mayumi, and Iris are not the new Cyclops killer.
Right.
Secretly, it was actually Mizuki all along. No, it's not. It's definitely not her. So,
By the way, why is there no one in the mansion?
I think they mentioned before about security as like a secretary.
No bodyguards, no housekeepers.
I do not know.
The So have family?
So Sejima's wife died in labor 30 years ago, giving birth to their son. Their son is currently living abroad.
So lived here alone?
Do you find that suspicious?
No, just...
Date, a call from Pewter.
Connect me.
Date, the sync machine is up and running. You can
Oh,
sync
boy.
with Mayumi now.
Oh, thanks, Pewter. But there are more pressing matters now.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I found So Sejima's body.
Oh
The
boy.
left eye hollowed out.
What?
Oh boy.
I'm at the Sejima household. Send the investigation team over.
Why
Oh
so?
boy.
I can answer your questions when I get back to Abyss.
Got it.
Date, what is your plan?
Thinking back on it now, everything that happens in this side of the timeline, Peter's our greatest ally. On the other side, he's not because Renju is still alive.
Wait until crime scene investigation arrives?
No, there's something I need to do.
Look around this room.
If that taxi driver was telling the truth, Mayumi was at the warehouse yesterday. And we know the chocolate we found at the scene was hers.
Fingerprints and also security cameras and a receipt.
Maybe she saw something. Maybe she knows something we don't. Some kind of clue or information about the culprit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're gonna sync with Mayumi.
The police can figure this out on their own. Oh boy. They mentioned it before, like, you know, his body was gonna be found here, but Jesus, that was way more graphic to look at. Oh god. We shit it open. Oh my first, so we have to lift it up and smash it against the floor. Oh boy. Well, just from video recording, like in the other timeline, Boss is the one that killed Tsujima, but does that really make her the Cyclops killer? So was the polar bear when we went down Mizuki's timeline, so... How'd this work out? We don't really know much about Boss, except for, like, you know, her name. Shizuye Kuronoshi. Then we're gonna go, like, sync with Mayumi next time. Oh boy. We're not, it looks like we're not gonna discover the whole mixed blood at this time, since, you know, in the other timeline, it was just... That was put in the back burner of the evidence to, you know, analyze, so... Oh boy. Everything we're gonna find here is gonna be completely an opposite from that. How's this gonna go? Are we gonna figure out Boss is the one who killed her? I doubt it, since we only know that because we hacked her computer. When are we gonna see in Mayumi's Somnium? Well, I guess there's only one way we can find out, is when we do it. But I'll wait until later. So, hope you're having a fun time watching this as I am playing this. I hope I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Vase murder. It's a bloody grenade to shoot at. Oh